Kenyans, you've seen the report by William Shamoe Ruto, apparently spending 325 million Kenya shillings on a lobby group in America with the aim of imaging Kenya's presence in Washington. William Samoei Ruto, how can you go to China, standing next to the president, their premier, and you say we are going to stand together in shaping a global order or a new world order? There are many countries that have a credible foreign policy, and they are taking neutral stand. What is Kenya known for? If you look at some countries like Botswana, they are neutral on a lot of things, and they are really doing well. Singapore, apparently, which we got independence in the same area, they have something to export. They have a financial hub. Taiwan are the largest producers of semiconductor chips. I'm just giving some comparative analysis where countries with credible internal policies which can push for what William Shamoe Ruto is trying to imagine. William, foreign policy is not like those Kenya Power, Kenya Pipeline Company shares that your people are stealing and then they are investing abroad. That is not foreign policy. Foreign policy is when to speak, what to speak, and how to speak. A good number of Kenyans are living in the diaspora, especially in the Europe and UK and America. Already there have been higher cases of visa rejection because of this. It might not sound really credible, but we were granted an NATO ally status by Biden last year. All that is going down the drain because of what you are doing with RSF rebels in Sudan. You are hosting rebel group. So what kind of foreign policy are you trying to pass across when a good number of Kenyans living in diaspora cannot even access their embassies because of how hostile the diplomats and the ambassadors you are posting there are? And a good number of them are not competent. You see, William Ruto, you need to learn from Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta was very strategic when it comes to our foreign policy. Kenyans were respected. I've been informed during his time, many Kenyans went to UK as experts, as professionals, because there is a way. Uhuru, even though utamuita mlevi, he knew where to gauge Kenya's image. Uhuru Kenyatta will not just be dragged around. You might blame him for corruption, you might blame him for graft, but our foreign policy was at its best. You never consulted us when you took our forces to Haiti. And then here you are, flaunting. And Kenya has good relations with a good number of EU countries. I'm not going to lie to you about that. But what informed you to go and sit alongside with the Chinese premier? Chinese have their own foreign policy. Actually, for China, for them to do their foreign policy, they go to Hong Kong. There are many countries that are very neutral and they are very strategic when it comes to knowing what to say and how they trade and relate with other countries. But here we are. The only thing your government is known for is exporting corruption. Tell me, a good number of these ambassadors you've posted, if indeed all of them are really competent and they are credible on what they are delivering. None of them. And then here you are flaunting. Do you know, you need to go and watch Ambassador Kimani. Gone are the days of Amina Mohammed. When Kenya says something, we are respected and we can be heard. And that really granted us a non-permanent membership into United Nations Security Council. You remember during Uhuru Kenyatta's time. We hosted World Trade Organization Summit. Now we are laughingstock. We've become a global hub for human trafficking. We are a global hub for gold smuggling. These small country called United Arab Emirates are using Kenya to cause instability in a good number of African countries. Congo and Sudan being one of them. William, there are some things you need to be told. Kenya's foreign policy is not at where it used to be right now. A country's good foreign policy can be good when it has internal internal policies. We are a country that is relying 79% of our GDP goes to debt. The only thing that we export is corruption. The only thing that we export is incompetency. We don't have any credible raw materials and manufacturing that can really put us at par. Even a powerful country like South Africa, which has a very credible foreign policy, do not just walk around and being stupid. They are in BRICS, South Africa. But still, this year, they secured around 1.8 billion euros from EU in terms of investment and trade. Apparently, nobody can advise you. You can only advise yourself, William Ruto. Sai, ukiona the number of Kenyans who are being rejected in EU, the number of Kenyans visas who are being rejected in America, and we used to have a good intention and really good, terms with these countries, is very high. Zamani kuna mali hata watuulizwi, but now every actions that Kenyans are doing abroad are really judged simply because of how you are. Umetuharibia nchi. And for the Kenyans who are not employed in their country, who are really trying to look for an income in foreign countries, unawaharibia jina pia. Richard, I don't know, Felix, sijui Singoei, sijui unangoa nini. You need to go and listen to Ambassador Kimani's, speech at United Nations, when the whole world was listening to Kenya for close to 1 hour. That is what we mean by credible foreign policy. Si ati munakimbizana hapa, rebel group. What is Kenya known for under your leadership currently? Mudavadi, I don't know even that guy if he can even breathe foreign policy. There is nothing. So if you think the global order is stealing from Kenyans in the name of SHA, in the name of Kenya Pipeline, in the name of these stock exchanges you guys are looting and investing abroad, that is not foreign policy. It goes way beyond that. We are not in good muscles to flex with the world in establishing a world order. That is not our stand right now. William Ruto, you need to be put in your place. Wachana na mambo ya foreign policy. Focus on internal policies. That is where Kenya needs to be. We don't really need to burn bridges and tarnish images that even we cannot manage to regain as far as we are speaking now.